Hi, welcome to the full moon in Capricorn manifestation harvesting ceremony. This is the time in the lunar cycle where we pause and reflect on our new moon intentions and see what has come to fruition for us in the last 2 weeks since the most recent new moon and in 6 months since the corresponding new moon that goes with this full moon. So it is the Capricorn full moon, which means that corresponding new moon was 6 months ago in January. Sometimes it's in the December time frame because moon, it works in a cyclical pattern, not a linear pattern. It doesn't always happen every January, and it doesn't always happen exactly 6 months later in June. Sometimes it's like December, June, sometimes it's January, July. So wherever you find yourself, you're going to be reflecting back on is 6 months prior to this time. So I'm a Capricorn, so it kind of feels like my birthday. It's my half birthday, and it kind of is for anybody. Whenever it's your moon, that is the corresponding. That's like your half birthday to whatever corresponding new moon you were born in. So if it's also your birthday, half birthday, happy birthday. And if it's not, pay attention to those in the coming lunar cycles for your corresponding birthday, your half birthday. What we're going to do is go through our Foursquare. I have been talking a lot about different words that you can use on your Foursquare. This is my personal Foursquare. I just am really like plain Jane about it. I just use a piece of paper, fold it in half, and then I write 4 categories. So I had said you could do health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. That's the one that the training is on in the bonus section. But I also always suggest that you do whatever feels right for you. And if there's any other words that feel right, to go ahead and do those. And so what I did, I took a few minutes to like really sit down and say like, okay, what do I want to use? I used health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression for about a year. And now I'm feeling called to use the words ease, flow, connection, and expansion. Those are the ones that I'm using now, and if that feels up for you, then go ahead and dive in. If maybe this is your second time through the lunar manifestations cycle, maybe you want to change it up a little bit. If the health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression are working for you, then stick with it. And what you're going to want to do at this time is take note of any like big manifestations that have happened in the last 2 weeks. So since the last new moon. And then anything that big has happened in the last 6 months. So on the Foursquare, what I do is I note my 2-week manifestations actually on the front because I separate it. I do a 2-week, something that I'm trying to manifest in a 2-week cycle, and then something much bigger that I know will take about 6 months to unfold for me. And so on the front, I do the 2 weeks, and then on the back is where I like go all in and I reflect back to the new moon. Now, if you've been doing this since the January new moon, what you'll want to do is get out your piece of paper, or if you haven't been doing the Life Square, you can go to a journal, you can go back to your emails, you can go back to your text messages, you can go back to instant messages, DMs, anywhere that you'll be able to see what you were doing about 6 months ago and what your headspace was. Like if you were it was around the new year, so that's obviously a time when a lot of us are planting big intentions for our year. And this is the halfway point, so it's the exact perfect time to check in. But you can go back and like see what your headspace was. Like what were you hoping to like get a new job or change positions within your company, or go a new course of study, make a move, buy something new like a new vehicle, or invest in some mode of transportation. I was like convinced I was going to buy an e-bike last January, and then within 2 weeks of setting that intention decided, I wasn't going to, because moving to Africa we couldn't ship it. So and now here I am on my push pedal bike 6 months later, and I'm so happy that quickly dematerialized in my life. So go back through your DMs, your messages, anywhere you can check what you were up to if you didn't plant the intentions on a Foursquare or in a journal or in any of the other resources available. And take a few minutes, hopefully tonight at the full moon, and journal what has come up for you. and you're ready to release. So the full moon is a great time to give thanks and provide like reflection on all of the amazing things that have come into your physical existence. And again, by manifestation, all I mean when I say that is anything that has come into your physical reality. So a manifestation can be anything. It can be wanted and unwanted that comes into your physical reality. And the full moon is a good time to give thanks for all the good things that have materialized and to kind of witness the things that you're ready to dematerialize or let go, because the full moon harvest, the path forward is now illuminated, and it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor or course correct. And again, it's that full moonlight that illuminates the situation for what it was. If you're investing too much of your time and energy in something that's not energetically balanced, now is a great time in the lunar cycle to dematerialize that just by kind of stepping back and letting the universe support you in letting go of that really quickly and easily. And then if something like super amazing has materialized, now is the time to celebrate and be joyful and excited. For me, 6 months ago, my big thing was moving to Africa and like getting here. The logistics of moving a family to an entirely different continent is an undertaking. And now I'm super settled and grounded and here doing all this. And so I'm really happy to be able to share this space and time with you whenever you're coming to this. So now we're going to do, I'm just going to read a little bit about the ritual, and then we will go from there. So I wore my green, even though Capricorn's a good time to wear like grays and browns, because Capricorn is like a really grounded and like rooted sign. But because this month's ritual is about leaning up against trees, I decided to wear my ferns. Okay, so Capricorn full moon, longevity, legacies, and living in the moment. Planning for the future while living in the present. Do you ever want instant results, even though you know in your soul that anything worth having or creating will take time? It's my moon, and I'm a sea goat Capricorn that's been living in the future since I can remember. So true. My eyes always towards the horizon, which is a large reason why my soul led me to being an educator. As a strong-willed and headstrong Capricorn, I like to push hard and demand high-quality results, often as quickly as possible. I love instant remedies, improvement, and change. As I've matured in my thinking over the years, however, I've come to realize that planting healthy habits, seeds of inquisition, and instilling the joy of being a lifelong learner is not something that can be done overnight. For positive, life-sustaining habits to truly thrive, they must be nurtured through measured, daily interactions that grow and multiply over a lifetime. Just like a small acorn sprouts into a beautiful oak tree, a soul's education, just like a traditional education, is an unfolding practice. It takes many, many moons, and that's okay. That's why we've come to this funny place called Earth. It's our celestial classroom. This month, to honor the time that it takes to plant, nourish, and grow our intentions over the arc of a physical lifetime, we have a full moon ritual to aid us with living in the present while planting seeds for the future. So with love, light, and a canopy of cover, it's me, Autumn. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye and wish you guys so much love and light. Please go and complete the ritual in the next 2 to 3 days during the full moon. And then take a minute to pop over to the co-creation station in the members forum on the Lunar Manifestations desktop or app. Remember, we have an app for that. And let me know what full moon manifestations have happened for you. What big things have been unveiled in the last 6 months and even in the last 2 weeks. And one thing that you're ready to let go of and one thing that you are celebrating. And I will respond to you over there. All right, with so much love and light, thank you so much for joining me in this space. Happy birthday to all my fellow Capricorns out there, and happy birthday to anybody who is born in this month. Okay, so much love, so much light. Autumn.